Hello everybody, welcome into episode 9 of the Skypillar Sitdown. Happy New Year, or whenever you are listening to this. Happy day to you. This week we got some fun news and notes to go over. We got some news details to drop as far as what the Skypillar can expect next season. So excited to drop that news. We got a fun weekly rewind for you. And as always, we got Who's That Pokemon? So I will let my co-hosts introduce themselves tonight.
Yo, what's up? It's Red.
I'm Sun. Welcome to 2021.
And hi, I'm Trenton.
So long 2020. Thank God. Thank Arceus.
Rip.
Well, how was your guys' week? How were your holidays?
Pretty good. I've just been kind of relaxing pretty much.
Same. Went up to Wisconsin, the land of the frigid, for the weekend. It was fun. Got some snow.
Yeah, it's getting pretty cold down here too, on the opposite end of the United States.
What do you guys get down to, like 40 now in Texas?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, basically, right?
It was.
Here in case you were supposed to get snowstorms. It's us out here complaining it's 50.
40. I can't take it.
It was I think it was 2 degrees Christmas morning in Wisconsin, where I was.
Jeez.
It was hot on Christmas down here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you get up to?
It was probably up in the 80s, but it felt a lot warmer, to be honest.
Does it even feel like Christmas at that point?
No. It was literally cold all week leading up until Christmas Day, and then on Christmas Day it was hot.
That's ironic.
Yeah.
All these Fahrenheit users.
Oh, you're on that cool Celsius wave, aren't you?
Yeah, just what the majority of the world is on.
Hey, just because
We all are wrong, so.
everybody's doing it doesn't make it cool. You
It is
lemmings.
cool though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, with that, we will hop right into the news and notes. So, I don't know, Sunsun, you wanna drop this one? This was your idea anyway, as far as the relegation tournaments.
I just thought, the original idea of Champions Cup, I thought that was kind of redundant. I don't really think there's much flavor, and even say if I were in that position, I probably wouldn't even want to play that one. So I thought of a relegation promotion system, like a tournament. So you have like the top 4 of say Moltres, and then the bottom 4 of Lugia. Let's have them play in like a mini round robin. Everybody in Moltres plays everybody in Lugia, and then you just see how they do it, and not necessarily decide relegation promotion based on that, but more so to kind of just see the difference in skill level between divisions and kind of adjust the ELO system more accurately.
Yeah, so for everybody that isn't aware or wasn't here at the end of Season 2, we are using a bit of an ELO system, and what that is just, it's basically a fancy word for ladder, like what Showdown uses. It's what we use is we factor in the win-loss record and the differential overall into just basically a ladder system as far as, ranking everybody across the league across all 4 divisions. So Champions Cup was something that I thought of that would have been fun to maybe have the champions from each division play in a like Final 4 tournament, and the seeding would have been decided based on how the draft stats turned out, how each division would have been ranked there. That would have been their division's champions seed in that. But ultimately, yeah, like Sunsun, that's a bit redundant. So this is something that'll kind of be a little more on point as far as having a purpose instead of just being extra filler, which doesn't really keep people entertained or drawn in.
It helps us kind of prevent any unnecessary drops, because somebody for a division might be too good for like the division underneath. That means
Aubrey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either, but yeah, we want to prevent just that kind of drop. So then if they're beating everybody in the division below them, including like the champions, we can probably say, maybe we'll just keep them where they were, so
Yeah.
we can save the little guys.
Yep. Basically just a check to the elo system, so it's not just a hard and fast say, hey, you didn't do good, you're dropping, because everybody has a bad season. It's, they get, their draft falls apart, or, the RNG doesn't go their way, Magnazone crits them out of the championship, whatever. We just want to adjust for that, Plus, it'll be something else that's fun. It'll kind of be something to keep everybody, entertained, at least somewhat, in the lull that is between the end of the season and the start of the next one. So, not totally sure about how we're going to set it up as far as the format of it, but we do know it's going to be the top 4 from, the above division and the bottom 4 from the above division and the top 4 from the below division. So there will be 3 tournaments there to kind of help aid the staff in relegation. The other kind of big piece of news for next season is that starting in season 4, we will be running side divisions that are separate from, I guess they're a little bit of a different format from the main divisions and the VGC. VGC is going to stick around. I think it's something that's gaining popularity, and it's gaining a lot of interest, not only in just the Skyplayer Stadium, but across the community that is the draft league. So we're going to have 5 main divisions, and then running in parallel with that, there will always be at least 1 side division going. And these will be referred to as mini seasons. So some of you that are aware, or that had spent time in the mini season hub that was run by Jagged Panther a while back, they had these things that were called mini seasons, where they would have 16 coaches, or maybe it was, I think it's 16 coaches. They had 4 divisions of 4 coaches, and so the regular season would have been consisted of basically a round robin in each division, and whoever won that division moved on to the playoffs, which was basically just a tournament of 4, and then you play for the championship. That's essentially what we're going to be doing. It's going to be, actually it's exactly that, pretty much. Still not sure if we're going to have a 6-team playoff and have 2 at-large bids, or just stay hard and fast to the 4. But it'll be something that'll kind of, I guess, be more fun. We have a lot of side division ideas. I think when I counted them up before the season, we had like 17 of them. And so, yeah. It'd just be, there's no way we're actually going to get through them all, at least be able to play, any of them once in a timely manner. So I think this would be just a fun way to keep things fresh and get people to play that, aren't necessarily in a main division. And maybe those that are in a main division, they have a lot of time on their hands. Hey, that'd be something else fun to do. And just we got a lot of fun, wacky league ideas that we want to get out to you guys. So
sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to like the tier 3 and tier 5 below ideas. I think those 2 are fun.
Oh, kind of like a RU.
Yeah,
Kind
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you going to do a monotype one?
That was also an idea. There was one for there's an idea for each generation, like a Gen 1, Gen 2, where it's just those national dexes.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. There's even a 1v1. So
Yeah, that one takes like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's one done in a weekend.
Well, yeah, right. It'd be a nice, easy, lighthearted thing to prep for each week. The idea is that they're not going to be like prep monster for each week like your main divisions are. It'll just be something that's it's fun, lighthearted, a little bit of bragging rights to go in with it. So keep things fresh. Lastly, I'm surprised you didn't hop in on the podcast with us, but does anybody want to talk about Nadeko's Ascension? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name right. She's gonna let me hear it later on.
I just call her Nadeko.
Nadeko. Okay. I'm sorry if we're pronouncing that wrong. She's been speaking her mind lately.
Been wilding in the lounge.
Has she mentioned anything anywhere else? I feel like the lounge has kind of been her home.
Like 1 or 2 other places probably there. Yeah, mostly the lounge, and it's mostly she likes talking to Magnus a lot. I noticed. Magnus might.
Magnus might have something for Nedeko.
Interesting.
She just called me stupid in the lounge.
I know. I
Yeah.
just saw that. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to bring up any hurt feelings.
It's a mystery for us to find out.
I thought for a while we were starting to narrow it down, like people that were on talking, but then they're asleep and then she's still talking, so I don't know.
Yeah, Alex has been digging into this, but you know, we don't know how far it's gonna come.
Maybe we'll have to invite Alex onto the show. He can.
Maybe it is Alex. You never know.
It could be.
It could be. That's.
Very
If I
good
had to,
possibility.
someone put a gun to my head and I had to give them a guess right now, I'd probably say Alex. But we can invite him onto the show and he could be like our resident looker, agent looker from the games.
True.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, he's yeah. Who wears the trench coat?
Yeah, I had a feeling that reference was lost. He's the
No,
Yeah,
I understood it. Yeah.
just crickets.
He started in Gen 4. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, did you guys hear the rumor?
No.
On what?
I saw somewhere, like, I guess it's a rumor, maybe it's confirmed, I don't know, just adding more fuel to the fire, but I saw that we're getting Diamond Pearl remakes November 2021. I think I saw it was a post on Reddit somewhere, so take it with a grain of salt.
I'm pretty sure that was like the kind of. Yeah, no. I actually saw about that because it's that dude that leaked everything about Sword and Shield before Sword and Shield came out. He said like all the release dates for like Pokemon Unite and then like the main series game and Snap and stuff like that.
That would.
He said that they said they were going to be Sinnoh forms.
I didn't see it was actually going to be like a Sinnoh game confirmed, even though we all pretty much know at this point it 100% is. It's just.
It's
I
just
haven't heard
one.
I just haven't heard from a confirmed source that it actually is yet.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
They should remake Gen 8 into an actually good game.
Yo,
That's
that's
just gonna be Sword and Shield 2, and I'm actually gonna kill myself.
dude. If they were to remake Gen 8 or Gen 4, like this would be their opportunity to right the ship. I think, like, there's just so much stuff that could have been improved on, like the graphics, the storyline, like
In Gen 4? Or Gen 8?
in Gen 8. I mean, like,
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about Gen 4. I was like, that's.
Gen 4 is really good.
yeah,
like,
dude. I think Gen 4 was probably my favorite one.
Yeah.
Gen 4 and 5 are probably my two favorite.
Yeah, Gen 5 is severely underrated.
I have a special place in my heart for Gen 3.
Gen 3 is
Always.
great, but yeah, I love Gen 3 as well.
I honestly think everything Gen 5 and earlier
And below is
was, like,
pretty good.
those
yeah.
there was like
That was
you-
peak.
you had to like
Oh, yeah.
really nitpick to find things wrong with them, in my opinion. I think after that they just got way too hand-holdy.
Yeah, no, I can look at Gen 6 and tell you a million things wrong with it. Like, I hate that game.
Yeah. I
I
thought
mean-
Gen 7 was kind of redeeming.
Yeah.
Gen
It
7
wasn't
would.
as bad as Gen 6.
Yeah, it was still too hand-holdy for my taste, but like story-wise,
Mhm.
it was actually something new.
I felt
And
like
they were-
there
they
were
were-
parts that were like kind of hard too. Like
Yeah, no, they really
it-
pushed this with the 3DS as well. They made it like
yeah,
like graphically it was pretty impressive for what the 3DS was.
Yeah. I think Gen
Yeah.
7 was a breath of fresh air with the, moving away from the gym setting for a minute. And it kind of,
Yeah.
like, towards the end of it, it kind of made me want to go back to the gym setting. But, I mean, it was fun for when it was introduced. And I think if they took away the hand-holding mechanics around it, I think it was a
And then
really
it
good
just
game.
brought back Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
Like just make that be the mechanic. I really don't care about Z crystals or Dynamax. I think Dynamax is the lamest thing.
it's so ugly.
I actually don't mind Dynamax just because of the depth and complexity it brings to VGC.
Yeah, the mechanic makes it fun.
Yeah.
I think I
felt
talked
like
about this earlier. It just
I
looks
don't
so
think-
stupid.
I don't
Hey,
think
I just don't-
it's that like good, given that it's way too skewed, like of a mechanic.
Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It's too skewed. It like basically, even though it does bring something to VGC, it makes it to where like there are really standout mons that you basically see on every VGC team.
Yeah.
You see, I mean, while I can understand your point, it's not like it was in, I forget what gen it was, where it was like Incineroar was on over half of the teams out there.
That was Gen
Or like
7.
when you go back to Gen 6, where it was
yeah.
like, what was the team acronym? SALT, where it was like the same 5.
No, it was Chalk.
Chalk, that's what it was.
So
Chalk.
it's Cresselia, Heatran, Amoonguss, Landorus,
Landorus
and
and
Kangaskhan.
Yeah. Or like there was one where it was like every team had Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon. Like it's not that skewed, and
Oh come on! Every Uber team had a Primal Groudon in it.
right. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's fair. You've seen it in the past. I don't know. I feel like it's more prevalent now, considering that there's like all the certain Gigantamax moves are just like more beneficial.
I think.
So you're gonna want
Oops, sorry.
like I don't know. I'm not very much into VGC. It's just from what I know about it. A lot of the times it's like certain G maxes that are used just because their moves busted as hell.
I think it definitely they took what they did in Gen 7 with the Z Crystals. I think they just improved it, I guess.
I agree that like D max moves are an improvement on Z Crystals because Z Crystals are kind of busted, but at the same time they're not so much an improvement because you can use 3 of them in one battle.
You say
versus
they're
one.
better, but like a lot of them in doubles, they're more broken because Max
Yeah.
Airstream,
Yes,
both
Max.
sides get the-
That's what it is. Yeah, the fact that in VGC you get the boost on both Pokemon is what's stupid.
Well, I mean, both sides have the opportunity to do that, and there's still things like, I mean, Prankster, Pokemon like Lucicat, Grimmsnarl, Sableye. Those things are everywhere, and weather is always around. It's counterable, and it's not like completely overpowered in my opinion. Because then there's always like the Dusclops Trick Room.
That goes back to my point about how like the Max Airstream, you want to have a Pokemon that gets Max Airstream on your side and the Max Knuckle on your side because then you just start setting up and sweep.
You say that, but it's not so easy to just sweep in VGC. I don't think.
I think the issue, like with previous VGCs and current, is that current VGC it's about centralizing, building your team around supporting the Dynamax, right?
Mm-hmm.
But previous VGC, you don't have people supporting like a Z move user, like usually, or like you don't have him supporting like a singular entity most of the times, or else like you're probably gonna lose very quickly if your single strategy is based around one mon. But in current VGC, you can have let's take Colossal, right? Weakness policy steam engine. That's like you can actually just sweep a team 4-0 with that set like from the start, right? There's no stopping you no matter what the other guy tries to do.
I get your point, but I think that's what draws separation from the really good teams. Is I think the challenge right now is building a team that's flexible enough to support multiple Dynamaxers. And just because you have a G-Max mon on your team doesn't mean you're always going to Dynamax that. It's dependent on the matchup. And I think that Dragapult Colossal, like, people see that in the game plan. Like, they know what it is now. And so they see it in the team preview. And, like, every team has to have an answer. There's certain things that everybody has to have an answer for. That's definitely one of them. I don't know.
I think for leagues, it's not as unhealthy as it is just for, like, regular VGC laddering.
I would agree with that.
Like, for example, Justify Beat Up, that's a very, very broken strategy that I know that previous doubles, like, players would actually have, like, a gentleman's agreement to both just not use that combo, just because how broken it is. And now you have that with the Dynamax mon.
Well, Follow Me disrupts that, or Rage Powder just stops it dead in its tracks.
Yeah,
Right?
it does.
Yeah, that's my point about like it being not super unhealthy in leagues because you obviously know what your opponent's going to bring and you can prep for that. But like laddering, you're basically forcing yourself to either build around the fact that you have to have a Rage Powder or a redirection on your team in order to like prevent something like that.
And I believe in like the past, like series, they were like very because the Moongas wasn't out. You know, I think the only good or the only Rage Powder mon that people use was like Butterfree or something.
Butterfree,
Well,
Right?
Togekiss would follow me and Clefable.
Oh, yeah, totally.
and Clefairy as well, but like there weren't very many that were like super viable.
Was it
Indeedee.
Amoonguss?
Indeedee.
Among Us came out with the DLC.
Yeah,
was-
so it wasn't an advanced game.
Yeah, before the DLC, Indeedee and Togekiss were everywhere.
Yeah, needy female.
Yeah.
Mhm. I know Incineroar was around a lot too, to the point that they had to basically ban it, right? But they brought it back.
That was actually really fun when they did that. I thought that was pretty cool. Kind of like when the main series games went to Gen 7 where they went away from the gyms. I thought it was pretty cool of Game Freak to kind of mix up the meta a little bit and say, okay, these are the mons that are the top, whatever cut it was in usage. Let's see how you guys let's see what you guys do when we take those away from you for a month or two.
No, but
Don't even.
I think
don't
the
even-
biggest issue with that, I think Wolfglick touched on it, is that they take the usage stats for both singles and doubles.
Yeah, I thought that was a little odd.
Wow.
That part of it.
So like you have like Hippo being banned, I think.
It was Hippowdon and Magnezone were both banned. I know that. Like nobody used Magnezone in VGC.
That just sounds like Smogon tiering right there, you know? Oh, well, this Pokemon wasn't used for a while, so let's just say it's gonna drop to UU. Like, wasn't Conkeldurr was literally an RU for a little bit, and that was
Yeah.
the dumbest thing.
Gengar went to RU,
Yeah, so did Conkeldurr. Like, why?
and I think Gengar got banned in UU, but it was still there in
Yeah,
RU.
I want to say Conkeldurr's on UUBL now, but I could be wrong.
Conk is definitely banned from.
It was just I thought it was really stupid that it even dropped that low because of how they do the tierings after each cycle. They literally just look at like how much it was used, and obviously it dropped a lot because the DLC came out and there were just new toys, so everyone stopped using it.
So
Right.
they first increased the percentage that you need to like stay in a tier. Like last year it was like 3.14 or something. Now it's like 5% at least. It's like 5 point something, 5.3 or whatever. So if you're not at that point, you're dropping, right?
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't agree with how they do the tiering personally, but I mean like it's how they've decided to do it, so you can't do much about it.
After DLC came out, they also made it so then the tiering would be based on 15 days test. Normally they would do like a month or once tier settles, it's like 3 months, but 15 days, right? That's how you get stuff that drop. You know,
That's
the
how you
most
get,
recent
that's how you
drop
get
had, like,
Conk and RU.
that's how you get
Yeah.
like 30 months drop to like NU, you know?
I think even I think Tangrowth dropped pretty low as well. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of another
That
regenerator
sounds
mon.
right.
But I know-
Tangrowth made it to RU at one point.
Yeah, which is like wild. Like, sure, I agree that Amoonguss is better in my opinion, like just in the current meta. But like Tangrowth dropping to RU just seems a little over the top.
Like the most recent drops, Starmie made it to NU. You know, Heracross made it to NU.
I mean, Starmie isn't great, but I'd keep it in at least maybe UU,
Same with
like
Heracross,
lower
I think.
UU. Yeah.
You know, Mian Shells in NU, Melodic.
That's
lot of
pretty cool. I
mons.
didn't realize that that's how they handled it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. It's just it's
Oh,
whatever though.
4.5,
Yeah. I got a
4.5.
point. It makes sense, but
It makes sense because it makes it more efficient in the sense that they don't have to go through and nitpick each mon individually, but at the same time
Right.
it leads to situations like RU Conk and RU Gengar.
I
would
honestly
you-
think they should have considered longer period, so then, you know, the tier can settle more.
Right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
personally think they shouldn't have touched the tiers at all for maybe like 2 months after the
Or-
DLC came out.
or if they are, I mean, just take a look at, I mean, these few specific mons like Conkeldurr or Gengar. Like these are obviously not RU mons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can't exactly say that immediately. That's why you have to let it like sit there for like
Yeah.
Yeah.
a few days.
And
then
when you
you
start-
There are
Yeah.
definitely some mons that shouldn't drop that low
Right.
ever.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, we thought that Aegislash would never drop
Out of
Uber
you.
at one point, right?
Oh, out of Ubers. Yeah,
And-
but
Made it
that
to
comes
UU.
down. That comes down to like the power scaling though. The power scaling's gotten crazy since Gen 6.
Even like Blaziken made it to UU.
Is Speed Boost
Yeah.
still allowed on that?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep. It is, but it's just not viable.
It's not viable. I tried using it a lot, and it just
Banned
it
in
doesn't work.
UU right now. Really?
Oh, it's banned. I mean, that makes sense. That's probably exactly where it needs to be.
What's up with Urshifu? Because I know that suspect test was going on,
I think they're still suspecting single strike.
which is fair.
Let me double check. I know there was a vote on Blaziken. Not 100% if it got quick banned or not. But
Yeah.
it definitely was, or usage wise.
I don't know. I don't think Urshifu is that much of a problem.
I think it's worse than this. May be an unpopular opinion, and it might be due to my recent experience with it in the WPF, but I think Urshifu is more ban worthy than Landorus Incarnate Sheer Force.
No,
Hmm.
I disagree wholeheartedly. I was using Landorus Incarnate when it was still allowed, and that shit was actually stupid. It was so stupid how you could easily just come back from being like down 4 Pokemon. You'd have 2 left against 6. So you could literally just bring it back because you have a Landorus and one other like Scarfmon maybe. It's so stupid how good that thing is.
Yeah. Urshifu is just too predictable.
It's
You
just
say that, but Landorus is very predictable too.
yeah.
It is, but it doesn't matter because Landorus just hits so stupid hard that it has like basically it has no switch-ins for the most part. There's very few mons that can comfortably switch into that thing.
Like in my
Especially if you
opinion,
use gravity.
I think Landorus Incarnate is much easier to prep for than Dragapult.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
that's
Dragapult-
fair.
I think
Dragapult's too
Dragapult-
unpredictable.
Way more
But-
ban worthy than Lando ever will be.
But the thing is, okay, but here's the thing. I think on ladder, Dragapult is not that outstanding because it only has a few like viable stats. It's very rare that you're going to be coming out with a mixed set on Dragapult, which is where I think it shines, I guess, because in League you can easily bring a mixed set and just blow through the opposing team because they only have 2 Pokemon that can maybe switch into it. And if you just run a mixed set, then you take care of the physical and the special wall at the same time.
Yeah, I mean that's why it's kind of like lower on the usage stat in OU, and Spec tier is so much higher just because it just has more special attack.
Yeah, it's just that Dragapult has to basically run like the sub Willow Hex or the Specs or the Dragon Dance set on the
Yeah.
ladder because you can't get away with running all this fancy stuff like you could in League.
Yeah,
Blaziken
I like
got
DPS.
Blaziken is UUPL.
It is
Okay.
UUBL.
That's fair.
I think that's exactly where it should be.
Yeah, because like I've been in situations like when the DLC came out, I was playing around with a bunch of the new mons. I got into a lot of situations where it just like got steamrolled by Blaziken because I just didn't have a specific thing that could check it. Which it isn't hard to have something like that, but it's just I didn't happen to have one on the team I was using.
I want to bring this back to the VGC real quick. How would you guys have fixed it as far as like you guys said that you didn't like the way that they kind of pulled the smog on Series 5. I think it was when they did it, but
I'm not into VGC enough to actually have an opinion on that.
I mean,
'Cause
as far as
I don't really know what happened, so I can't really
so basically what they did is they just
talk about it.
they looked at the usage stats and what was popular at the time. They said, okay, I think it was like 10 or so. They just said, all right, you can't
20.
use these. It was 20. I think it was like the top 10 for each.
Yeah, each format.
Yeah, and they said, okay, you can't use these 20 Pokemon this next series.
I personally hate it on Smogon how they do it, so I feel like I would have had some sort of negative reaction to it if I were a VGC player, but
I think it
I
was
don't know.
good when they interjected it because I feel like the meta online was getting a little stagnant where it was like Dragapult, Incineroar, Togekiss, or Indeedee, and then Tyranitar Excadrill everywhere.
Yeah, I would have liked to see something where it's like, in Yu-Gi-Oh, they have limited cards. So for these specific cards, you can only have 2. So you can either have one of this card or one of the other card.
Oh, so basically kind of like a
that's
tier.
Duel Links, right?
What's that?
That's Duel Links.
It's in Duel Links in the real. I played the real metagame for like a week, and then I realized how bad it is.
Because
And
the
it
ban
stopped.
list for real Yu-Gi-Oh is different from how Duel Links.
Yeah, it's run the same way. I love Duel Links. I was addicted to that shit for a while.
Kind of sounds like basically what we do for drafting in League.
But yeah, so how Duel Links does their ban list is if you have like a semi-limited card list, that means you can have a total like of 2 in your entire deck.
Right.
And if you have limited, then you can have only 1 in your
Yeah.
entire deck.
So I'd like to see something where it's like you can either use only Ferrothorn or only Toxapex. You can't use both. You can only use one of those mons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even like make a separate tier for that. Just so for the people who do want to stick with the classic way of doing it, you know.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Well,
the
they are casual.
Mount Silver Draft League doc?
Mount Silver. No, I haven't. What about it?
So they have it so you can only pick 1 mon in the high point list, so the 18 pointer and 17 pointers. And then you can only have 2 maximum from 14, 15, 16, and then 3 maximum from 11, 12, 13.
I love that.
And then no
I
limit.
love undervalued mons.
That's an idea for.
Yeah,
we
I
might-
personally don't like it, but that's just me because I prefer the how points work and how it brings about the like variability. You can like have really busted ass teams that went super top heavy,
Oh,
or you can have more balanced teams that like.
their 17, 18 pointers are nuts. They got Ashgren. They got
Oh,
Maybe-
okay. So they're
Oh,
like
they
gotcha.
got
kind of.
Nat in the row.
So they're kind of like what's it called? Unrestricted, but not like Ubers.
There are a couple of Uber. Was
Yeah, but not like full Ubers. It's
Yeah,
just like
no.
unrestricted nat decks basically, where like certain S tier mons are allowed.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not a fan of it anymore.
I think that sounds awesome.
No, I've actually been like looking, like I've always thought about like maybe doing a draft where it's unrestricted because it seems like fun, like just to get a little bit like mix up the metagame a little bit.
Sure.
Y'all want to move on to like going over some more of the notes?
Yeah.
I feel like we've recorded for a while. We
Yeah,
haven't gotten through a lot of it.
Just got on this huge tangent. I thought it was fun. We're just gonna let it roll.
No, I like that.
No, it's fine. I just don't want it to be going on too long
Sure.
without going over everything.
No, for sure. So let's move on to the weekly rewind. All right, I got the doc pulled up now. So looking right away at week 5, we've got Weavile and Crobat topping the charts.
Like 1, 2, 3 just shouldn't be there, you know.
Yeah, it's a little bit, perplexing. I'm perplexed.
Especially when all 3 of them have only been brought to 2 games.
In the top 5 as well.
Well, you'll love to see that because that means coaches got to be bringing some heat. Aside from maybe Weavile, just because Weavile can break some shit.
Yeah.
Beat up
Just
King's
look
Rock
at
Weavile
me.
is the only set.
Yeah,
You got Zorak at number 5.
I love that actually.
Machamp at number 9.
yeah, dude. Props to whoever pulls off the Zerork.
That was in a Moltres.
Wait, you got 6 kills?
across 3
Oh,
games this week.
It counts 3 games. Okay. I was looking at that wrong. I was like, what the hell? Who got 6 by Zerork?
That would suck.
No, but apparently in Moltres, the Zoroark won them the game.
Really?
Interesting.
Because
Who
the
has
person thought, let me look it up. I believe it was Film Up, but let me double check here.
I can tell you about the Weavile.
Yeah, please.
It was actually it's Goomba.
Of course, it was Goomba.
He reverse swept Alex. He had a SD Weavile in on like a choice, or if I want to say Victini.
That would
No, it
sound
was.
about right.
It had to have been banned actually.
All right,
Oh,
so I
boys-
found it. It was, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but it was
Oh,
Fatty
no.
Jones and Pokedex Holder Orange.
Oh,
It
it
was-
was one of the extended games.
Yeah, and it was Orange's
Interesting.
team
Interesting.
who had the Zoroark.
Well, that's
So we'll
cool.
plug that game.
Yeah, we'll plug
Okay,
that.
wait, no, it was actually. So Goomba actually, no, it was a Boots Victini. He sent it in after got up an SD, and proceeded to kill 4 months.
Oof.
Damn.
Shout out to that Cophagrigus. I don't know who brought that one.
That's on.
It was probably body press.
Probably body press. I can confirm. I brought it.
Oh wait, that was you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I've been out of the loop this week.
Got him. Yeah, body press. My opponent had I basically predicted his entire team because he was kind of predictable as far as throughout the season went. Bring in Sand plus Dragovich plus I think it was
Damn, you're just
Excadrill.
gonna call him out like that and even name drop? All right.
I don't.
So
That's facts. So
the only Sand guy.
yeah. Yeah, he's been a bit predictable. So, I knew that like if you didn't bring Marowak Alola, Iron Defense Body Press was just free, and there was no Marowak in the team preview, and I was very happy. Getting back on track after my week
Take those.
4 loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm finally feeling better about Mons again. So
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
I may be in the bottom 3, but it's fine because I'm finally feeling a little more confident again. So
That's weird because you're on a 4-game losing streak right now.
yeah, no. Okay, yeah, I may have lost my last game, but it actually I felt like I played pretty well, so I'm feeling a lot better about myself now.
Good.
That's
awesome.
good.
Happy to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes a good game is just all it takes to
Yeah.
kind of get you out of a rut. Like, oh,
Yeah. Even if it's just like gets the nerves going, get you excited, you know.
Yeah. So
Playing a
shout out
tough
to
opponent.
Sacred for that great game. I don't even know if he's gonna watch this, but shout out.
Yeah, we'll plug that one too. Let's see here. We got 2 games to plug now. Check them out. We did. I think we only did one
Don't
last
plug
week.
that one.
Oh,
Don't
what?
plug that
Oh,
one. I don't want to be clowned. I don't. I really like. Nah,
Well, you said
put my
it. You
shit,
said it
bro.
was
What
a
are you
great
talking
game,
about?
though. You know.
No. I had fun, and I felt like I did better than I have these past couple weeks. I
Well-
still made some mistakes.
all right. We'll hold that one out. They can all check it out in the
Remember-
Ultras Division doc if they want.
Remember last
Lugia,
week we were
sorry.
talking about how Jirachi didn't have any kills?
Yo,
I definitely changed that.
you and 3 others. I think did 2 of them just do the same thing? Come in with a Rocky helmet and just sit there to get a kill.
No, I didn't have. Look, I played 2 games just had to catch up on one. So my first kill, I switched Jirachi in on a Braver and I knocked out a Galarian Zapdos. And the second game, I switched it in onto a Dusclops using Curse, and it killed herself in front of me, and I got another kill. Those were the only 2 kills that Jirachi had, but you know what? We take those, right?
Yeah. No, I'd say a kill's a kill.
And
your-
I'm
you
pretty
put your-
sure I
You put
I
your-
used like U-turn like 5 times in between those games.
Hey,
It's-
sometimes all you gotta do is put on your Rocky helmet and go to work.
I can't tell you when was the last time I clicked Iron Head with my Jirachi.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you.
But yeah, we're on the board now.
Yeah. Yo, I think this is about time to shout out the set of the week. Props to Lena pulling out the 5-0 sweep with Stoutland. Set is in front of you. Had an assault vest with Sand Rush. Funny enough, she didn't bring Sand herself. She relied on her opponent to bring Tyranitar and Sand, and they happily provided it. The 4 coverage
she had her
moves.
own hippo, but you know, she knew her opponent was gonna bring Sand.
She had that subtle
Right.
flex. I got my Sand set up, but I'm not gonna bring Sand. She brought Sand
So
for his hippo.
What was the Shadow Ball for? Because I saw on
she
the
had-
Snapchat.
It
y'all were
was
saying
mismade.
Miss Maggie.
Mismade.
Well, I just realized she didn't have a normal.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
really
yeah,
confused as to
yeah.
why y'all said.
I wonder. I think it was for the Miss. I want to say it was
But
Miss
she has
Ages. I don't.
crunch because Miss Mages has lower physical defense. I don't know
I don't
why.
She used a
Shadow Ball.
superpower or 2, so her
Yeah.
attack was lower.
Yeah.
And maybe she
Oh.
calced and realized that Shadow Ball had
Maybe.
to do more.
I want.
that makes sense.
I forget what her opponent's team consisted of. There was probably something on there that we.
If that's the case, then the Shadow Ball kind of makes sense if she just needed like a filler move, you know?
Because it actually broke a Miss Maggie's ups.
Mm-hmm.
It did exactly 25.
You know what? It could have also just been because like if she was burned, she could still attack the Miss Mages maybe.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I feel
mean,
like Crunch still might have done more, but
Not if you're burned. I don't.
On top
I don't
of-
know.
on top
It's
of a
got a higher
superpower.
physical attack stat, and it's also a lower defensive
Oh, it's
stat.
got
for its
It's got a
matches.
45 special attack.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Oof. Hey, it worked.
But we don't judge.
Yeah, I mean, it worked. Whatever it was for. I guess you can let us know.
Yeah. No, the Stoutland flinched the Flinchinator in Togekiss. It Togekissed the Togekiss before it got a chance to retaliate, and then at the end there, it just kind of took care of the rest of the team. So yeah, it was a fun game to watch. What stands out to you guys over in the season recap on the right?
Drag Bolt expected. Zardex expected, sort of, I guess. Zero Aura,
Holding it down.
Adios. They're fine. Registeel? Well,
It's falling off
Yeah,
a little
but
bit.
that's still all very.
it's definitely gonna drop.
People are
That's
catching
not-
on. Barry. Kind of sad Milotic's dropped out of the top 10.
Yeah. Still in the top 20.
Rip Captain Marvel.
Nothing I have's in like the top 20.
See, I got Mega Deancey and Milotic, and that's about it.
Yeah. All pretty standard stuff, really, overall.
Yeah. Scroll down, see if we can find any outliers here. Stuff to
Go to the very
point out.
bottom and see.
Who doesn't have a kill yet?
yet?
See who we can point out for next week. Challenge. Whoever's got Wigglytuff, I want to see a Wigglytuff kill this week.
Boost might have gotten a kill with Wigglytuff against somebody with Drag.
How?
I don't remember, but Boost brought Wigglytuff versus Pole Team.
He did because it was his Pult counter. It did just that too.
He might have gotten a kill.
I don't think it did.
Shout
Oh,
out
wait, no,
Blissey, though,
Zero
for being the
Zero.
worst Pokemon across all the divisions.
Who was?
Blissey.
It's been to 8 games. It's gotten 0 kills and has died 7 times.
Look at Venusaur stats.
Mega Venusaur?
Yeah, look that.
Where is it? Does it have any kills?
183.
183. Oof. 14 games, 2 kills, and it's died every time. Ouch.
Damn.
Damn. That's a shame.
That's rough.
Don't want to call anybody out, but
Your mask
Oh.
is creeping in on Mega Venusaur. Someone brought it again. Was it this week, probably? Your mask was brought this week?
Yeah, that's the GOAT.
It didn't get any kills
Your
this
mask-
week.
it did get played.
Yeah, it was brought this week. It didn't do anything, though. It was just
Bro, how
there.
does it mask above?
No, you
Oh,
say it didn't do anything, but what
Alphabet.
if it could have burned the entire team?
Well, right. I just meant, like, it didn't get recorded for any stats as far as, like, kills
Yeah.
stats or anything. It was just brought to the game. Isn't that an awkward spot here between,
Showed
like...
up.
Yeah. Showed up to intimidate the opponent.
Your mask is above Xerkistry on the overall list.
Yo, there's some things towards the bottom here that it's like, yo, I want to see some kills, like Talonflame.
How is Comfey this low? Whoever has Comfey, you better start, bringing the GOAT set, the Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, Sword Power.
Hoopa
That's
How is it gonna
Unbound,
be that
That's
low?
what tried out.
Obstagoon, Marowak Alola.
I mean, even Gligar is like on the bottom.
Yo,
Sneasel's
Gligar-
pretty low down here as well.
Gligar shouldn't be getting kills. I think Gligar's.
I think Sneasel should be a little higher, but,
Poor Tapu
I mean,
Bulu.
Gligar can stall something out. I just don't I don't imagine it being number 1 in the kill board, but I don't imagine it being.
alright.
Dude, what?
Listen,
It's usually
if you
number
got
four.
Komala, if anyone watching has Komala, you know what set to bring.
Yo, how does Rotom not have a single kill yet?
I was thinking the same exact.
Such
Romo
a-
is like
Such
my
a good
favorite
mount.
Rotom for it.
Yeah. It's like my favorite draft form, I think.
Actually, second favorite Rotom form in draft.
Yeah.
What's your first? Wash.
Heat, and then Wash is third. I don't like Wash that much.
Wash. Hydro Pump just sucks.
I feel like
Yeah.
I miss more Hydro Pumps than I miss Leaf Storms, so...
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, there's definitely some strong threats towards the bottom of that
BaLLHaWK being down here at 240, that's a
hurts.
little sus.
There are a couple ones I'm surprised weren't brought. Right. Talonflame was only brought once, and that was by John.
Damn.
And
Ooh,
John's
that
gone.
267.
I'm pretty sure it was.
It sucks.
Who else was that? I guess Sableye only 2 games.
Yo,
But
I
guess
once once saw a Shuckle sweep an entire opponent in another
Oh,
league.
was that-
Contrary Shell Smash.
yeah, yeah,
Was that Malcolm and WPF?
yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I felt bad for his opponent.
Yeah.
Like, who prepares for that?
Shaman also has 0 kills.
Ops the Goon also.
Shaman.
There's a lot of mons in here that have no kills.
Yeah.
I'm partially to blame for Rizion having no kills, but I dropped it, so it's not my fault.
Should the run
It's on everyone else.
block stall.
That was me. That was me. I'm the one that ran the block stall, but it didn't work because I had to sack it to the Grimmsnarl.
Well, everyone on the lower end of this right side of this chart, you know what to do. Get them kills. Alright. Cool set, Lena. Keep it coming. What do you think, Trent? It's about that time?
Oh baby, you know it. It's exactly that time.
I just don't show us the slides on the side this time.
Well,
Yeah,
We'll see.
he's been good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
30 in League of Division's MVP board. Does anyone have any guesses? What?
Togepi.
It's
Top 30
unfortunately not Togepi.
Damn.
I'm trying to
Florges?
remember like the fairy types that showed up.
Just trying to remember fairy types that evolve. Oh, is it Cleffa?
It's nope, not Cleffa. BaLLHaWK.
Is it
Is
Got.
Florges?
It's not Florges.
a cutie fly?
It's not Cutie Fly. All right, I'm gonna go to number 2. In Generation 8, you can only catch this Pokemon in Pokemon Shield.
Oh.
Is it? No, it's Ponyta. Valerian Ponyta.
I
Actually,
think
yeah.
I did a good job this one.
Isn't it? You can catch. Wait, no.
No, Galarian Ponyta's only in Shield.
Is it Swirlix?
It's not Swirlix.
Oh, I do not know my
Is it Spritzy?
my version dependent.
It's Britzy.
Is it?
Is it? Yes.
Yeah.
One of them. I just didn't know which
go.
one.
Yeah. And hit number 3 was that in Little Cup, this Pokemon is seen as one of the best due to its impressive defensive typing.
Yeah, that one definitely would have given it away, I think.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. And then it's.
Well, I did that on the episode that I joined Trent because you know how much I love Aromatisse.
Yeah, exactly.
I love Aromatisse so
That was
much.
a good one. Wow, it's top 30 in Lugia?
Yeah, I believe it's
Yeah,
like 20,
I
number
only-
29.
I only guess that because of the fact that I know how stupid Aromatisse is. It's so good.
That's why I picked it up.
Like it seems like it wouldn't hit hard, but it does. So I'm not surprised that it is in top 30.
It's impressive.
Yeah, it's got like what 112 HP, like something pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty beefy, and then it's got like base 99 special attacks, so you don't have to invest much to still be hitting it like decently hard.
Right.
Tell you, I ran Choice Specs Aromatisse twice.
Yeah,
Or
it's
you-
such a good mon.
What were your
Dang.
moves?
Moonblast, Thunder, I think.
Does it get good coverage?
It's like
It's decent coverage.
T-Bolt and like
And
it's
unfortunately,
T-Bolt?
it doesn't get-
decent.
it doesn't get Mystical Fire, unfortunately, but like for the most part, its coverage is pretty decent.
And I also used because
Oh, Energy Ball.
like I didn't need that many slots, so then it was like Moonblast, Thunder, Filler, and then I think Aromatherapy.
That works.
Dang.
Yeah, I had it in an Oras league, and I basically just sat in front of my opponents whenever I brought it. So yeah, I definitely like Aromatisse. It's got a. It's probably
It
one
can
of
calm
those
mind as
top.
well.
Yeah, it can. That's
Calm mind
Yeah,
can-
it's and nasty plot.
and
yeah.
it learns Trick Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Trick
the,
Room.
it's the
Island.
best wish passer. It's the best wish passer, and
It's-
I will stand by that.
Especially when you consider just the price that it's usually run at. It's the best, like
It's so good.
You know,
It's so worth
pound
it.
for pound.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
single time I need a fairy type still, I always try to draft a Aromatisse in the low tier because it's so good.
So do I.
Yeah. It's a it was only 7, I believe, which is like not that bad.
No,
I'm surprised
I'm usually.
I didn't know it was only available in Shield.
Yeah, only available in Shield.
I literally own Shield and I didn't know that.
Oh.
You can tell
I know
somebody
those
hasn't
usually
filled
come
out their
as a-
decks.
I know those usually are a package.
Mm-hmm.
Like Slurpuff and Aromatisse, they're like the opposites. So
Yep.
you get one like sword, you get the other one shield.
Yeah, that's fair.
Looking ahead to week 6, you guys got any games you want to highlight that you're looking forward to?
I'm playing Nathan. Cool.
That sounds fun.
Top of the standings.
Are you really? Is that 1 versus 2?
No, I'm like 4 and he's 5.
Okay.
I'll be playing Lunar for the first time in a while because the last time I played him was semifinals in the Moltres Division playoffs for season 1 of technically IPA. That was the last time I played Lunar. So yeah, I always have fun when I play him.
Yeah.
He's good.
It was a very tight game too whenever I played him last because I think it was literally just a 1v1 between my Mandibuzz and his Mega Altaria. But he was like a beefier Altaria, so I was able to take his Hyper Voices. And it was basically just a stall fest. It was just roosting back and forth until basically I could chip him down enough with Brave Birds.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then in Articuno, we got Tooth versus Sub-Zero, I guess. Sub-Zero's gonna come up. Tooth is undefeated.
Oh, Two's undefeated. Nice. I didn't
Yeah,
know
he's-
that. I knew he was doing pretty well.
He's the only undefeated coach left in Articuno.
Dang, nice.
And then while it happened, it's still a game technically to look out for. Dasa versus Austin.
Yeah, that's
Dasa's 4-1, Austin's 2-3, very close. And a lot of playoff implications.
definitely. So we got any Zapdos games to highlight? Let's see here. What do we got on the docket?
Pressure on Lena, coming off her big win last week. Maybe she can get another.
See how she responds.
Mm.
See here, we got some top. Something that I definitely need to improve upon for next season is I need to have the coaches rank next to their name in the schedule so I can see the big games coming up. That's definitely needed.
That actually
Oh,
be
yeah.
cool.
That'd be cool if I showed their differentials,
Yeah,
like you see in just like NFL games.
right?
I think Aku versus Norska might be cool.
Oh yeah, yep. That's I think that's 4 against 5. Something like that.
Well, they're both 3-2, and there's like a comp of them. 3-2.
True. It definitely major playoff implications for that one.
I'm already out of playoffs at this point. I think.
No, it's
think-
not over for nobody.
No, I'm literally bottom 3, so I think I'm out of playoffs at this point, which is like it's fine.
No, top 8 make it in.
How much do we have left?
We have
Five.
I thought
4
4
weeks. 4 weeks left.
I think
Before
if
playoffs.
I get like 6 those for the next 4 weeks, maybe.
Hey, I started 1-4 in APA Rising, and currently 5.
I mean, it's possible. It's just very unlikely.
Yeah.
Considering that Lugia is like super competitive.
What's
But-
nice though about just being nowhere near playoffs, and I'm experiencing this in WPF right now. You just get to mess around with fun sets, kind of figure out what some other
That's
fun stuff you like.
Yeah, for sure.
that's what I'm doing at WPF right
Yeah.
now as well, because I'm basically guaranteed to be relegated at this point. So I'm just kind of messing around with some fun sets.
Relegation
Exactly.
squad unite, the three of us.
Oh,
I'm-
dude,
I'm the bottom
Yes,
of C
sir.
Div, I think. C Division. I'm bound to be relegated to D Division.
yeah.
It's fine. I think I definitely need a season to like kind of cool off a bit since
Yeah.
I've been on a losing streak lately. So
Same.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, actually.
Well, that will do it for this week. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to episode 9. Happy New Year, and be safe, everyone. And don't go kissing Australians.
That's the dumbest shit.
That was a.
If you're Australian, if you see a stranger, don't kiss them.
I don't know if any of you guys pay attention to the news channel in the Sky Pillar Stadium.
Oh.
There was a law passed in Australia, or at least something that the local forces or authorities outlawed kissing for New Year's.
what?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of seems like, with the situation we're dealing with, just
But-
don't.
Australia's been clean for like a long ass time though. No.
No, they recently
Yeah.
had like a bad, like they're getting outbreaks.
I mean, I think it's kind of like a
Oh, they're
inevitable
starting up
people.
again.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Maybe
just
New Zealand. Maybe New Zealand's what I'm thinking of.
there's just no reason to play with a loaded gun.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
100% fair.
Just, yeah.
Just
That goes for
don't.
Americans too.
Yes,
No kissing strangers.
I
And
will
you-
be kissing Trent.
and you Brits.
Yeah, but I'm not a stranger.
I see what you
This
did
isn't
there.
anything new.
Specifically strangers. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, if you know them, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to kiss your friends. With that, I think it's time to sign off. So, thank you one more time. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year, everybody. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. Peace.